Or this TV show.
Hello and good evening and welcome back to Do You Remember This Movie?
Or School Special.
Or School Special. Yes, we have a doozy for you tonight. We're going to do something a little bit Whoa, speaking of different, that's a little bit different. Hey, now we're kind of like the Brady Bunch there. How you doing there, Cam? Hey.
Terrible.
Oh, that makes me Cindy.
We kind of got the Brady Bunch thing going on. Anyways, yeah, we got a very school special like theme for you tonight, and I'm gonna let Cam kind of give us his synopsis on this. That was a lot.
Now it's time for the synopsis with Cam. The synopsis with Cam.
Today we only have one feature for you: Cipher in the Snow. A math teacher tries to solve the equation as to why some frog-loving kid couldn't have died at home and saved everyone's time. Now grab me a beer.
So yes, we're going to do something different on this episode. We're going to watch an entire movie.
Yes. Trent watched this when he was in second grade, right? Or
It was like, I want to say it was 4th or 5th grade.
Did you really watch this in school?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. I was kind of making a joke, but I guess I didn't realize that you actually did.
No, and so you guys didn't know about this movie, but I have brought this up to other people, and they all like a lot of people don't remember the name of the movie, but people remember having to watch this in school. And yes, this was heavily dated by the time I saw it. So I'm sure this played through the bulk of the 90s as well.
I mean, and let's be honest, if I read the title, I probably would have said Cipher in the Snow. But with that being said...
And then you would have said...
Cipher, I hardly know her.
And then you also said copyright Mickle Mixley.
That guy's got a crazy name.
Or the S Now. Cipher in the S Now.
It was made by BYU?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll get to that. As we go through here. So yes, there's some ideologies here that maybe weren't maybe a little bit dated even when this movie was made.
I'm prepared for that. Cam, have you seen this?
No.
Okay, I'm going in blind too, so this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we'll stop often.
I hope you're ready.
We'll stop often.
Yeah, have you ever seen it? Something about right after I got back. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I saw it last year. I had ducks on it. Josh, when they took the time when they were going. And they had these.
So the director was like, yeah, you know how usually background you're supposed to say peas and carrots? No, you say monkey in scripture. Very bizarre.
And then he's also telling the cameraman, just shoot in that general vicinity. Don't linger too long on anything. So this is our star of the movie. His name is Cliff.
Yeah,
This bus driver, just seems guilty for no reason at all. I don't know why.
Driving half off the road there too. He pulls up. Look at that stop sign. It's a piece of metal.
And it's also not red.
Yeah.
This predates red stop signs.
Come on. Oh yeah. That's Cliff. You said that's Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff Evans.
Yes.
Is it Larry Watson? What was that?
What was that?
Did you say that was played by Larry Watts?
No, I don't know who stars.
Oh yeah, Larry Watts played him. Just if you guys weren't sure, he's definitely known for also being in his movie of the Commune.
Yes. Okay.
Go on.
All right. So here is going to be the math teacher. So notice that the bus passes the math teacher, like he's pulled over to the side of the road. So his next little bit here doesn't make any sense.
Just one time I'd like to beat him to school.
So why couldn't he be in school then?
Maybe if you drove ahead of the bus,
Yeah.
just to let him pass it, you could beat him.
He's trying to get the slipstream.
Yeah.
And the teacher has that narration throughout the whole movie. It's like, who is he talking to?
I'm sorry, I just gotta get off.
You what? Thought you're going to school.
And here's the big moment of the whole movie. He dies.
Right away.
Oh.
What an opening scene, huh?
They really just get right into it, don't they?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the opposite of Raising Arizona, where you forget that you've been watching the opening for 20 minutes or whatever.
But I felt like when he falls into the snow, all I could think of is this.
I'm gonna make a snow angel.
Okay, yeah, back to the movie.
He's kind of got the Peter Griffin fell down pose.
Oh, and listen to the bus driver. He comes out. He's like, he just had to. He got out the bus. He did it.
What happened? I don't know. The kid tapped me on the shoulder, kind of apologetic like, and asked if he could get off. So I let him.
All apologetic like. I mean, I didn't kick him off the bus or anything. I have I have a bus full of witnesses. I didn't do anything. Also, if the teacher had beat the bus to school, who would have? Who would have? They would have just let this this ride out.
He's dead, isn't he?
Better call an ambulance.
That bus driver was, he's dead.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Like, no, like he fainted or anything, just straight up, he's dead. By the way,
I might not be a doctor, but he's dead.
that dude is dead.
That's the exact same. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to call this out because at this point, the Ghostbusters were so good, they knew that this kid was already a ghost.
Wow, a 25-minute movie and we still have to watch credit roll.
Well, because we did the cold open,
Sure.
I mean, dead cold.
Never seen him before.
Hey, somebody call an ambulance
Never
already?
had him.
His mother, Jacqueline, what was it? Jacqueline Mayo
Yeah.
was in a movie called The Invaders as the sobbing woman.
TV show called The Invaders.
Sorry, the TV show.
And it is a wonderful, wonderful TV show. I fully recommend it to anybody.
So her credit on that is just sobbing woman.
Yeah, because
She's in every episode.
She's in every episode.
It was a good part. It was a good part.
It was a good part.
Somebody grab a stick and poke him.
Scheduled stop, and he just came running out.
Is he dead?
What do you think?
Move back.
Come on, you can't clear out of here, will ya?
I've never seen anybody die.
I've never seen anybody die.
I love that little line, yeah. So why was this in a school curriculum?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
He was a bedwetter.
Rolls off.
Rolls down a hill.
Like Benny Hill music plays.
Straight to the morgue. Well,
No, they turned on the siren. That's a good sign.
Oh no, he's dead. So the point of this movie was to scare the crap out of adolescent children of what could happen, to your fellow classmate, just right underneath your watchful eyes.
Hello.
Go right in, Mr. Collier. Mr. Hard's
Are you
expecting.
sure he was a student here?
Yes.
Hello, Frank. Neither of you knew the boy.
So remember the principal in class of 1984? This guy is worse.
Ned, I think he was in my math class last year.
For a whole year?
Peggy, if you have the evidence file, would you bring it in, please?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a big town.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider.
Walter Stalker is the principal's real name.
And the guy with the cowboy hat is the bus driver, right? And I think
Yep.
he said something else here again, just making sure that he's not.
It's funny. The boy never even said he felt bad.
So I didn't do it. I can just go home, right?
Like I'm off the hook, right? I got kids to pick up.
Yeah, I'm still on tonight's route or the afternoon route.
Yeah,
right?
do you want me to finish my day or go?
Am I still allowed to be around kids? Do I have to wait till the investigation's over or?
Investigation? There's no investigation. Move on.
Oh, thanks, Peggy.
So listen.
He died of snow blindness.
God.
Well, check what the principal. This is so ridiculous. So a student just died. That should be the most important thing of the day.
Could you take care of these, please? What time is that board meeting?
You're late for it now, sir.
Frank, I thought you said you hardly even knew the boy.
What do you mean?
Well, it's written here that you're his favorite teacher.
His favorite teacher, me?
I don't know. Never met him in my life.
Well, there were a couple of instances when I helped him with his homework, but...
At least you remember talking with him. That's more than anybody else.
Nobody knows.
Did he have a drug
kid.
I don't know. I told you I didn't spend that much time with him.
I see.
Wish I could be of more help.
As a matter of fact, you can. Somebody has to contact the parents.
Let me drop that one on you.
Okay, the principal's a bad guy, but at least he can sell the scene. This is maybe the worst actor we've seen in this show.
Dude, this is a lesson in delegation.
This dude's just reading from a cue card right in front of the principal's head.
Well, I just love that.
It's like the principal just holds up.
The principal holds him. Yeah, read that.
I just feel that the what we didn't see was that somebody came, like maybe the superintendent is like, you got to contact this kid's parents. And he's like, how do I get out of this? And then this guy walks in. He's like, I got a board meeting. You go, you take the day off, man.
Did I ever tell you guys about when I was teaching high school and I was 21 and I'm teaching 18 and 17-year-olds, and the vice principal came to me one day and he's like, Cam, we really need to talk about one of your students. She's definitely not wearing dress code, and you let her leave homeroom. And I'm like, sir, I am 21 years old, and she is 18. You are the vice principal of this school. This is not my job. This is your job. I am not doing this one. And he, of course, complained to the principal. It's a good old time.
We'll have to discuss you teaching high school at 21 years old later on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, this is where the movie gets hilarious, right? So
This is where I'm already laughing.
Yes.
So.
You're the principal. Don't you think you or Mr. Carlin?
I've got to be in a board meeting all day. Besides, I don't even remember seeing the boy. You at least knew him.
Oh, what about my classes?
We'll cover your classes.
we can cover your classes. Really, the most important thing is you're the one going to talking to the parents, not me, you. I might even just teach your math class. That's what I might do.
Don't you have a board meeting? I can do both.
Listen, I'll put on Cipher in the snow and I'll go read in the corner.
Well, I also like the board for the school board meeting. Don't you think that would be the one time that you could be like, listen, we got to call this meeting off. One of our students just died.
So what happens? So he gets to the board meeting. They're like, okay, so on today's agenda, blah blah blah, dead kid this morning.
Or they'd be like, listen, our school population numbers drastically went down this morning. Can you explain this? We had 90 students. Now we only have 89.
We've had a bus driver resign this morning as well. Like, what is going on at your school, Mr. Principal?
Oh, so good.
And incidentally, we'll need a small obituary for the school paper.
Yeah, can you write the obituary too?
And I have some dry cleaning to pick up. Are you gonna be able to fit all this in?
Okay, not only is he having to call the parents and tell them about their child, but while you're at it, could you whip up a small obituary? I mean, you met the kid.
Yeah. You
in your class.
You think you're the only one who says you think you remember talking about it.
Which is closer than anybody else.
And he's like, well, gotta go to the meeting.
You can use my office.
Maybe you could dig the grave while you're at it.
Yeah. He was nice enough to offer his office.
Because he's gonna be in the movie.
Yes. Peggy will be glad to help. And by the way, I'll arrange for a delegation from the school to attend the boy's funeral. And
it's the least I could do. Really.
Thank you very much, Frank. I really appreciate this.
And he's like, I never said yes. I never said yes to any of this.
That was also Frank's last day. He's like, no, I'm not doing this.
Any ideas?
Well, here's the address. 4315 Randolph Road. Mr. and Mrs. Nathan Tucker.
Stepfather?
Mm-hmm.
This guy...
Yeah, because every guy named Nathan's a stepfather.
Yeah, what was the indication of the stepfather part?
Because it's a different last name.
Oh, okay, I guess gotcha.
This guy is a peach.
Cliff was a good boy.
I'm sure he was.
Never complained.
Since the day I moved in, I give that boy everything I could, but he could just never catch on. If he wouldn't have been so dumb, he'd have told us he wasn't feeling good.
Cliff wasn't dumb.
Wasn't dumb. I'm sorry Cliff's dead.
I mean, of an hour ago.
He could never do one thing right, and you know it. Mister, I've got all this work to do around here. The other day, when we had that snow...
The flashback scene.
You shovel them walks?
I forgot.
Oh, you forgot. I tell you to go out and shovel those walks. You come in and you say, I forgot. Where you been for 2 hours?
Just went for a walk.
For 2 hours?
That guy has never walked for 2 hours in his life.
Dummy went for a walk for 2 hours. Doing what?
Just thinking.
Oh. What's that in your hand there?
It's a willow. It's already bedding. It's not even spring yet.
A willow. I ask you to please go out and shovel the walks.
I'm sure he said please.
And you spend 2 hours thinking about willows. When are you going to start using that head of yours for something besides keeping your ears apart?
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
And he just threw the tab from the beer right on the floor.
And she says he wasn't dumb.
I should have spent more time with him.
So you didn't? Now let it be.
He's gone.
He's gone. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. It's already noon. Let's.
Yeah, that's not a cup of coffee. It's just filled to the brim with Kahlua.
For sure.
Like, hey, I'm really sorry about your guys' son. He died today. Well, he was dumb. He was dumb.
Yeah, bummer. All over now.
Who's gonna shovel the walks now?
Hey, where are you going?
To see my son.
What about my breakfast?
It's still morning.
It's not even lunchtime.
Oh my gosh.
How's it coming?
Well, Cliff Evans was Caucasian, never legally adopted by stepfather, and has a steady list of bad grades.
So he says it more than once in this movie that he was never adopted by his stepfather. I just don't think it's something that needs to be
mentioned
in the dossier.
A stigma.
That's the obituary?
That's the record.
Well, and
as far as school
as
goes,
this
he
far in the
appears
movie, mentioning he's Caucasian means nothing as well.
Well, because that's as far as they are with his obituary. Is he's Caucasian
and a kid.
Yeah,
with bad grades.
He had parents.
Yeah, this movie doesn't miss.
No sports, no activities at all.
No friends or students that knew him?
None that admit it.
You're kidding.
None that admit it.
Nope. From the record, Cliff was a real zero.
Ouch.
Come on, dude. They're just giving it to this kid.
A cipher.
Oh, I don't envy your job.
You know, though.
He called him a cipher, by the way.
I heard that.
So,
he said the name.
He said the name.
There's something I just can't get out of my head. Cliff Evans appears to have started out a normal, healthy, and happy boy. Look. First grade teacher, sweet, shy child. Second grade, timid, eager, wants to learn.
He's a nice-looking boy.
There's a poem he wrote in the second grade.
Yeah, okay, so listen closely. Too bad he died at such a young age, because he is a young Robert Frost.
Yes! My poem about frogs by Cliff Evans. I like frogs. They sit on great big logs. They jump real high up to the sky. I wish I could jump high like a frog.
Spittin' rhymes. What was that?
But I'm about to make a Limp Bizkit song out of that. He seems pretty happy there.
Until he accidentally jumps too far.
It squishes the frog.
Filling for time.
With a 21 minute movie, you gotta fill the time.
Well,
I liked how
they got to show that he wasn't a complete zero. That he actually he didn't just get on the bus. He did other things, like he walked around a field.
Yeah, he walked around outside picking willows when he should have been shoveling. He'd probably still be alive if he would have just shoveled.
Yeah. So what was your comment that you were gonna make?
No, just on like the school card, how it's like one little like sentence in pencil. First grade, note about him. Second grade, note about him. Third grade, like it was just once, not even like a complete sentence. Had fun this year. Good kid. Hope he doesn't die. You know, like things like that.
Have a nice summer.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like he was
Careful
always
on
a
that
zero.
bus.
No, he started out just about like every other kid, but
Well, what happened? Messed up home?
I'm sure that was part of it, but there's got to be more.
Let me
Third
stare
grade.
at this piece
Cliff
of paper.
won't talk, uncooperative, slow learner. That's about the same time Cliff's mother and father are having trouble.
Good. That's much improved. That's right, you're doing fine. Cliff, what are you daydreaming about today? Oh, you always got your mind on something else.
Obviously, right? Like,
You've got to try harder.
today
You know,
we're
you're the slowest one in
dissecting a frog.
Here she says it out loud. She says the quiet thing out loud here.
Yeah. You've got to try harder. You know you're the slowest one in the class. Do you want some help after school? Do you want me to have your parents in for a conference?
They won't come.
Why not?
They're getting a divorce.
Oh, well, now I'm the a-hole. I'm gonna go walk away.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
is
gonna-
Mr. Evans doing anything tonight?
I was just saying,
Yeah.
she's like, I gotta go. I gotta write a sentence about you to finish
Yeah.
up the story.
Right, just-
This kid's busted.
You're doomed now.
People seem to live up to what other people think of them. Slow learner. The 4th grade teacher says low achiever. Doesn't mix well with other children. I've seen how that
That looks
happens.
like mild elementary school. That looks like me on the swing at my elementary school.
It feels like he should break out into a song, no?
A little bit. He doesn't make a snowman, he makes a snow frog.
Snowman.
Oh.
Don't even have to be a snowman. Hooray, Hunter.
Hey, leave that alone. That's our snowman's head. Yeah.
I just want help.
I'm sorry,
We don't
what?
need no.
And that kid's teeth, that kid's front teeth are this tall. We don't need your help as he needs help. Right?
There you go, snowman. This head.
Not much in it, though. Hey, that looks like.
Yeah, it does.
Hi, Cliff Evans.
Looks just like old Cliff, except he isn't so ugly. Yeah.
These kids are not credited.
There you go, Cliff. There's your hat. Looking nice and warm.
Well, they know that kid.
Yeah, they knew him.
So, I mean, like,
He didn't say that nobody knew him. They said that they wouldn't admit to
oh,
it.
That's right. They wouldn't admit it. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
he looks like 3 giant snowballs on top of each other. Where's the hat? No.
4.
4, which is
Yeah,
kind
that's
of taking me out of that scene.
Yeah, backwards universe with four I don't know, 4 tall snowman.
The Mormons can only have even number snowmen.
Well, yeah,
This was filmed in Utah, so
yeah, no, it's a Mormon movie.
Wrong out this pocket.
So he had 2 nickels, an eraser,
And some double mint.
Yeah.
His thinking behind this was they just streamlined what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just couldn't finish it. sideways.
Are all the rest of his reports like that?
But where did that scene come from? That wasn't like, no way was that written in anything that he's reading, and there's nobody to tell that story. Where did this come from?
That's a very valid point.
It's all beginning to fit, isn't it?
Do we know what grade he's in? Do we?
He asks for his 8th grade report, so I'm going to guess the kid's in 9th grade. But it doesn't make sense that they're still building. He's still riding the swings in the on recess. I guess I don't know why a 9th grader would have recess.
But was that like an old memory though, like prior to maybe high school?
We don't know because we don't even know if it's his.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. It's just the teacher imagining it. He's like, dude, this is how I would have bullied that little.
Yeah, same with like him jumping with the frog and frolicking through the field there. We don't know where that originated from.
That was just the teacher's imagination from the poem. But the snowman, like, was there a poem? There was nothing about a snowman.
Yeah, maybe you're right. For the frog scene, maybe that beautiful, those words painted such
the imagery, like it was just
yeah.
Once he was labeled, everybody else followed. Stubborn, daydreamer, slow learner, dull.
The kid just died.
Not one
Again.
look past that 3rd grade.
Also,
hour 10 ago, like
in Mormon terms, those were all slurs.
No wonder Cliff had a problem.
Do you have my 8th grade report?
Oh, you have my 8th grade report, right?
Yes, it's right there.
Because I don't remember last year.
Introverted, lacks ambition, socially unskilled. Well,
that's what he wrote about him?
Yeah.
But he doesn't remember him.
Yeah.
No more than the rest, does it, Peggy?
What do you mean?
You have a son, don't you?
Yes.
Has he died in the snow?
Suppose he lived in a broken home, was never legally adopted, was totally ignored. How would he feel?
It's not a very pleasant thought.
Now, add to this 6 or
I just don't think that's what's traumatized him the most, that he wasn't adopted. Like, I think he was okay probably not being adopted by that dude.
If he doesn't die of like a heroin overdose, I'm gonna be really upset.
You're gonna be really upset.
7 hours a day spent in school where he gets the impression that he's slow and dumb.
Oh, Mr. Collier, I don't think teachers intend to treat students that way.
Maybe not consciously, Peggy, but I wonder.
I did say it to him one time. And so did that other teacher. Actually, it's written right here in his card, slow, dull, and dumb.
Which he does get a photocopy of at the end of the year. Goes in his yearbook.
And he has to sign it.
Yeah, to acknowledge that that's true. Yeah. Would you say this is true? Please sign here.
Here's the principal again.
Just been looking through the Cliff Evans file. We got the coroner's report. They were really puzzled. Said there was nothing wrong that they could tell. Heart just stopped beating.
Heart failure. That's okay for the record, but there's more to it than that.
What? I think Cliff was erased.
I love his students wrote, "We missed you today," but nothing about Cliff.
And that nose on that drawing, jeez.
Yeah.
Like,
atrocious.
Mr. Clausen, we really missed you today. We didn't miss Cliff today.
No.
No.
Oh, man. It's sad.
Little by little. Family, schoolmates, teachers, everyone reduced him to a zero.
So he died of
Now wait, okay, this guy is a real zero, that's true.
Finally, he just went away. Low IQ. Right. This year it was listed as 83, way down. But in the 3rd grade, it was recorded at 106. It didn't even go under 100 until the 7th grade. Okay, a negative environment can significantly lower an IQ over a period of time. But what's that got to do with the boy's death?
Even shy, timid children have resilience. It takes time to break them. Gradually it happened. And I helped. Me, his favorite teacher. Oh, I did the best I could to show Cliff how to solve mathematical problems. But like everyone else, and the things that really mattered, and making him feel like a worthwhile human being, I kept subtracting.
Frank, a lot of people are treated worse than Cliff, and they survive.
The principal could care less.
Yeah. I actually called a kid.
You wouldn't believe what I've gotten away with, buddy.
And those I saw those kids today. And they're fine.
Some don't. Do you remember that
They're
study
doing
on
just fine, yeah.
babies and orphanages?
Yeah.
They were given all the food and physical care they needed. The mortality rate was incredible. Well-fed babies turned their faces to the wall and died. When the doctors finally caught on, they prescribed, along with the food and blankets, a little attention, a little love. Cliff held on for a long time. Finally, he just turned his face to the wall, too. Just turned his face to the wall and died. I see what
You got a point there.
I have to get home for drinks happy hour here, and
well, looks like it's 2:30.
yeah, got another meeting.
So unless another kid dies, I'll be away from here.
In a way, we all share the blame.
I mean, not me, of course.
What are we going to do about it? What can we do?
Maybe a little attention, a little love.
When everything changed in this country.
So notice that the stepdad's not there.
Well,
No, he wasn't the real dad.
Yeah, he didn't adopt him.
I can only assume that he's still waiting for his breakfast.
He's still sitting at the table, fork and knife in the hand. And like,
that's the guts of that frog.
Same day, just asking. Like they wrap the whole thing up. Like dies, goes to the coroner, whatever, and then gets the funeral all the same day.
It's faster if you just do it all in one trip. You know, cheaper, budget friendly. Yeah, it's just frog chunks. That's his.
That's what he wanted to be christened with.
Yeah, there's nobody at this thing. Look at this. And she almost fell in the snow.
Is that stepdad right there?
No.
No? Behind her?
No, that's the teacher. It's that, but that girl just about fell and died in the snow as well.
Well, and they dug a grave in the middle of winter.
They got to get this over with.
That would have been the sequel if she would have slipped.
This was the peak audience attendance that they were going to get. They needed to act on it while strike while it's hot, right?
Thank you, everyone, for coming today.
None of you people came to my funeral.
Okay, this is my favorite line. It's the ending line. I love this line of the movie, though. This is.
Is that from like season 39?
I don't know. I just looked up how come nobody came to my funeral. All right, here's our big ending of the movie, and this is what we came here for. This is all we needed.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Collier?
Yes, I am.
Is that your real voice?
Am, why?
Well, I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute.
Look, son, I have a lot on my mind right now. Could we make it some other time?
Yeah.
I think that kid's voice is this guy.
Is the guy the teacher?
Well, here, we'll watch this one more time.
Yeah.
We're in a time loop?
No, I think that they didn't get good audio and they had to redub this.
They ADR'd with the adult?
Listen to that kid. There's no way this kid sounds like this.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Collier?
Yes, I am. Why?
Well, I was wondering if I could talk to you for a minute.
Look, son, I have a lot on my mind right now. Could we make it some other time?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the. I love this.
Oh, wait a minute. What did you say your name was?
My name is Leroy Jones, and I'm going to be in your math class next spring. And I was wondering if you could give me some help.
At that moment, I resolved never to forget Cliff Evans.
It was that moment that it wasn't when I was right behind the school bus that stopped and the kid walked out and died. It wasn't the I'm the one that went to his attention and declared him dead. It wasn't that I went and confronted his parents and told them about their child's death. And it wasn't that about the obituary that I wrote and all the research I did to learn more about this kid. No, it was about when this other kid
shows up.
That's when I cemented in my mind that I can't forget about this.
It'll be my challenge from now on. Each September, as I look at the unfamiliar faces, I'll look for veiled eyes in an alien world. I've promised myself I may not do anything else for them. But not one of them is going to come out of my class a nobody. A zero.
A dimwit. A slow brain. An antisocial.
I was gonna say every year he gets pumped up for the Cliff Evans challenge, and he tries to figure out which student wants to be my Cliff challenge.
Also, this was shown to kids. The adults were, other than the 3 bullies, the adults were the ones that screwed this kid up.
Trent,
the message was, don't grow up to be an adult that ruins children.
So the problem with this movie is, what is the message? Right?
What message did you get out of it when in school? Do you remember?
I
don't trust your math teacher, or your principal.
Our teacher had a
Gosh, you don't paint the walls blue and the freaking cabinets. Okay, go on.
I think our teacher had a little card to read afterwards. Right, and the message was that it
was a frog poem. I'm sorry.
So it was look around and really look at your classmates, because it is possible to die from a broken heart. And I was just like, I remember watching this and I was like, this is the most messed up movie ever, because that kid just downright died, and he's probably better off. Where he was sucks. The teachers suck. His parents suck. That frog's probably not there. After this winter, right? So he has nobody to look forward to. And where is his dad?
Put in a huge applause right after.
And where is his dad?
Yeah, he wasn't even at the funeral, unless he was the was it priest? It's weird. It was a Mormon movie, but he looked like a priest.
Yeah.
Did they wear the same thing? I thought they wore suits.
I was only a Mormon for a good 15 years or so. I didn't really pay attention.
Trying to see if there's any fun stuff on IMDb about this movie. Trivia. Nope.
There was a review on IMDb that said these people talked worse about this kid after his death than they did about Hitler. So
hey guys, too soon. Come on.
So I thought this movie was funny and fun, and
dude, out of the 187 people who have ranked this on IMDb,
wow.
It has a fairly high rating, I feel.
Oh yeah, people are like, this is a really important movie to watch.
There's a lot of very positive reviews on this.
I think we might add 3 more tonight.
So that was Cipher in the Snow, and so let's.
This person says, okay, real quick. This person gave it a 1. My husband mentioned that watching this movie was one of the many traumatic things he remembers about growing up. We watched it tonight. Unbelievable. Besides being a crappy movie, it's not for kids. Maybe 2 minutes of the movie focused on bullying that this boy endured, but that's about it. Like,
well, you know what the best thing about this movie though is that every time you see a kid get on a bus, you're like, yeah, this could be his day.
I'm gonna think that every morning when I see those kids get on the bus. Yeah.
This kid might not make it to school.
Jeez. Like, you should try to start walking to school. He's on the bus. And he just casually gets up, goes to the bus driver. It's like, I need to get off. And the bus driver, you're going to school. I need to get off. All right, cool. I'll let you off. I don't think bus drivers are really allowed to just let people off buses either.
Also, I can't think of any lamer last words. I'm sorry, I gotta get off. Actually, in certain contexts, if you're in Vegas, maybe that's a really cool last word.
I'm just thinking that probably about 15 minutes after they buried him, because it all happened. I'm just in my world, it all happened in the same.
It seemed like one day, yeah.
But currently that evening, in the faint distance, they could hear a pounding, help! I fainted.
It was really cold, guys.
I've just been unconscious all day. Come on, wake me up. Well, I'm awake now.
Well, okay, and then I just want to get a little, deep with this for a second. So there's the snow building scene with the far too many pieces of the snowman. Anyway, is Cliff now a snowman?
Either that or
he died in the snow.
Oh man, I didn't have it queued. I gotta get my sound effects queued. That would have been perfect.
Cipher the snowman.
Cipher.
Cipher the snowman. Okay.
I guess we can do what we normally do and give our rankings. And I don't know what to rank this. I'm gonna tell you what it has on IMDb, and we can base our ratings around. No.
We're better than that.
We are better than that. Okay, fine. I can see it, but dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
What? Okay.
You're gonna give it a 9. You loved it. It was pretty ridiculous, but it wasn't a good movie. It was a school movie. It was.
Of all of the movies I got forced to watch in school, I would take that over most of them.
I don't remember.
We watched one where a kid overdosed on Tylenol, and I was like, "Is this a?" I asked my teacher after. I was like, "Is that a thing? Would our nurse give us a lethal dose of Tylenol?"
Can you figure out what that's called so we can watch that? I think that would be a lot of fun.
There was another one where a few high schoolers they backed out of their parking spot in the parking lot, and they hit the curb, the little bumper to keep you from driving, into the sidewalk, and they all died. And we were shown that in 5th grade, you're gonna be learning to drive soon, it's just right around the corner.
I
be
think
careful. And then it was what?
I think we need to watch both of those.
I do know the teacher who showed us I do know the teacher still who showed us the backing in to the curb, and then it turns out that the driver was drunk. And I was like, how did she get drunk at school? What is this movie? We're 5th graders.
So, with Cipher, what would you give it?
Oh, I'd give it 7. That was awesome. That was awesome. The death happened in the first 4 minutes. Before the credits. Oh, that was great. That was great. And honestly, I hated that actor, the teacher, in the first scene, but it's like it was his first time acting. And he got better. It was good.
Well, and
it was good. I really wanted him to end up with the mom though. That would made it a 9 easily.
That would have been good.
And it shows the next day, and he's like, "This time, I'm bringing you breakfast."
Can we figure out if there's a director's cut? That'd be awesome.
We have to. We'll do a special travel episode where we go to bring him young and go to the archives view the raw footage.
So two people did play Cliff. There's Cliff Evans, and then there's young Cliff Evans. Like,
the frog kid.
Yeah,
that was a different kid, wasn't
how
it?
much younger was he? He didn't look too much younger, but yeah. So there's.
I think it was the same kid in the snowman scene, but with a different wig.
I think that was interesting. Wait, why did they hire two people to play that character?
Well, they already had all like 6 kids in the first scene.
Yeah, none of those other kids were.
And they also shot it in a day. They were like, "Well, this is hyper realism. We're gonna shoot it in a day. It's gonna take 1 day of on-screen time."
And the main budget was spent on the ambulance.
Yeah.
They had to pay the local PD.
They started the film at like 5:30 in the morning, and they filmed it in order of the scenes of which we saw it too. And then at the very end, it was probably like dusk. It was the fall, so we got kind of dark around 6 or so, kind of this time of year, and that's when
I just said the wrong department, but it was kind of weird that the fire and the police did not show up. It was just the first responders.
Oh yeah, like on the emergency line, they're like, should we send somebody? And they're like, well, he's dead. Just
just send the ambulance.
Kids like sirens and lights, so just
make it a show.
Keep those on. But he is a goner. He didn't say he wasn't feeling well, but he's dead.
The kid wasn't. He didn't say he wasn't feeling well. Gosh,
I like the first responder went to maybe go do CPR and then realized he didn't know actually how to do CPR. He put his hands out like this.
Yeah, he did.
And then he just pushed way too slow.
Yeah, that's the CPR hadn't been invented yet.
Okay.
What year did this come out?
74.
1887.
But the story was written in 1967 or something like that.
Man, what a cover!
That's is
there a book?
No, that's a 4-pack of movies, and I want to find that DVD.
I didn't pick up on that. These other ones would probably be just as good.
Yes,
if they're in a pack with this. Oh, definitely. Trent, what do you give this movie? What would young Trent give this, and current Trent?
Oh. 5th grade, I gave it a 10 because I was like, nobody said bye to me. I'm gonna go die in the parking lot, but now, I'll ride the cam wave and give it a 7.
Well, it's like you guys looked at IMDb or something.
No, it's like one of the most entertaining things we've watched.
6.9 out of 10 on IMDb. So you guys are with the majority there. I gave it a 4. I feel bad now that I gave
the majority of 180.
The majority of
only people that gave 8 now, because I did it.
The only people that gave it a bad review are teachers who call their students dim and dull.
I think the principal was probably my favorite character in the movie.
I've got a board meeting. I get
it. And he's like, what am I gonna do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can call the parents. You can tell them their kid's not alive.
We also didn't acknowledge that was the delegation he sent.
Yeah.
Was the teacher that he already made do everything. No one else, everyone else's family or something. Great movie.
That was a fun change of pace. I mean, maybe we'll do that again sometime. I had a lot of fun. Did you have anything else to say? Anyone? Either? Going once? Going twice?
You know what? Everybody's important. Reach out. Don't just die. Don't just
never walk off the bus, okay?
Okay. Well, yeah.
There's always a seat.
You got to be careful out there. All right. With that being said, it is almost winter, so be careful. And thanks again for hanging out on another episode of Do You Remember This?
Or School Special.
And also, snowmen only have 3 balls.
Yes.
Hey, where are you going?
To see my son.
What about my breakfast?
What's with those records?
Oh, I added a fresh one this week. It's The War on Drugs which would have been better if this was a movie about drugs. But it's called I Don't Live Here Anymore, and it features a guy walking through snow. He's holding a cup of tea and an ES335. Hopefully he doesn't fall face flat.